Hello there. Welcome back to the Mega Man 3 8% tournament. Tonight we got greatjhon facing off against RoboRidley. RoboRidley has a PB of 3704 and he does the magnet first route. And greatjhon has a PB of a 3805, also doing magnet first. So we're gonna have some sync runs going tonight. Let me see if our racers are ready. So hang tight. Looks like our runners are ready to go, and I'll be lining. Okay. I have given them the get-go. Okay, we should be off very shortly. Okay, and we are off. And both of these guys are starting off with magnet first. So magnet first is one of the three main routes that we can go. So we've got magnet first, top first, and Gemini first. There's generally a split between most people going magnet and top. There's not a lot of people these days going with Gemini first. And here we are off fighting Pro Man. Takes 28 shots to take him down, and looks like RoboRidley got him in almost a little under 2 passes, and greatjhon is just falling right behind him. I know these guys have a difference of about a minute between their PBs, but it could be anybody's game right now. So Robo is just taking down all these little walker enemies and just going through. So one benefit of doing top or Gemini first is you don't have to memorize these Yoku blocks, where you can just go straight through. Just call rush and just on your way. Whereas with magnet first, you gotta memorize these Yokus. And it looks like these guys are about half a screen back. Ooh, it looks like John just took the lead because Ridley had to wait because of the shots that the little guy was shooting. So they are basically tied. So let's hope for some good RNG. So we want Magnet to stay on the ground as much as possible, because when he's in the air, we have to wait till he comes back down to kill him. And it looks like a sync kill. If I didn't know any better, it's like I was watching the same stream twice. I think Robo just like has maybe half a second lead. So now we're gonna head on over to We're heading over to Hardman. Get your Hardman jokes out of there. So right here, we're gonna swap over to Magnet first, slide 3 times, do a slight walk, and then just fire the other 3 shots in. Because we do not have Shadow Blade, we have to use Rush Jet for the third one. Oh, geez. Both of these guys had a bad summoning of Rush. It's a rough start for both of these guys. So looks like greatjhon's just saying, I'm not bothered about getting rid of that monkey because he creates a little bit of extra lag and just goes for it. So, oh, this monkey. So greatjhon is definitely has a slight bit of advantage right now, but definitely good to know. Because both of our runners are doing the same route, it's easily identifiable to know who's ahead and who's behind. Whereas like, say a runner was doing Gemini first or top first, it's hard to tell until they're done with the A-roll. So greatjhon into the pro fight number 2 first, and I don't know if he's gonna go and grab the. He decides to avoid grabbing the extra health just because I think he's happy with this out, whereas Robo decided just to have a little extra security. So you're gonna fire 4 shots at Hardman, take a body hit, and then you are done. So greatjhon is out of here around, I'm gonna say like 445, and Ridley is 450. So only 5 seconds. There's still plenty of game left, Dukester. And now these guys are heading into top man. So one of the things about Mega Man 3 compared to the other games is it is actually one of the laggiest classic Mega Man games. Compared to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is one of the laggiest games. And you'll see later, like, we will actually be despawning some of the music just to make the game a little less laggy. So greatjhon jumping and shooting 3 shots on these Met Dozers. Didn't get any. I don't think he got any. Ooh, Robo's gotta be careful. He's low on health. He took quite a bit of hits, but there is a big health drop in the next screen. And I am glad he decided to go for that versus playing it risk. And I don't know if either of these guys know how they had a rough start, if they're gonna go for the top jump. Robo went for it, but he got placed on the top of it. So what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to basically slingshot you to the door. And so what that fight went so quick that I didn't even see it. Basically, you need to get hit top man with 4 hard knuckles, and he is down. So these guys are keeping pace. Let me see if I can get swap the audio over greatjhon. Yeah, so we're into our third and final Proto Man fight, and both of these guys are doing phenomenal taking out Proto. It just looks like Robo just has just a slight bit better mashing, so he's getting it in less time, so he's making up time on his mashing side, whereas greatjhon's not too far behind, but definitely just very little. I think Robo just took the lead. Just like maybe half a second? Ooh, that big drop was risky. These guys look synced right now. So one thing you want to avoid with Shadow Man is holding B while you're using the ammo, because it can drain your ammo like that. What's up, Mello? You're missing a really good race, Mello. So now they are going into Gemini 1, which is probably one of the longest stages if you do this stage first. But one benefit they will have is they will have Shadow Blade and they will have Rush Marine if they so choose to decide to use either, if they choose to use Rush Marine during the last screen of Gemini. Assuming both of these guys don't miss the music despawn or die, unfortunately. And both runners get the music despawn. So right there, Proto Man is actually supposed to jump down and then destroy that block. And right there, greatjhon just gets the zip and takes the lead back. These guys are going back and forth. This is crazy. Just every little bit. Oh no, Ridley having issues with these tadpoles. But greatjhon is out of that screen. He doesn't have a commanding lead, but he definitely has a... greatjhon stops for the hell, whereas Ridley just says nope to it. Just every... Oh! That drop could have been the death of greatjhon. Oh no! Ridley died. I think he died about halfway through the screen. He's gonna have to make the call, because doing that room with the music on is not something you practice. It's not something anybody ever practiced. It's like, it's only something you have to do if you die. So he's gonna fight these. He's gonna be swapping shots back and forth between each of them, and like that, Gemini is down. So greatjhon is out of here roughly about 11:52. I think it's probably gonna be like 12:20 that he's gonna be out for a Robo. And greatjhon is onto Needleman. So there is a fourth route. It's not a very common route, where people will do Needle first to get Rush Jet as early as possible. But it's a very unconventional route. And one thing that you have the benefit of with doing the Magnet first route is you get these magnet missiles to basically go through and just knocking out everything in your path in this needle state. Where some runners won't have the opportunity if you say if you're doing Gemini first or something of that nature. Take it out with Buster. So now greatjhon is coming up to these hammer joes, just jumping, sliding, and shooting 2 shots. So one thing about the ladders in these games, you'll see a lot of the runners jump once they got to the top, jump off the ladder, because sometimes the ladders are a little bit sticky, and if you press A, if you haven't moved, it'll make you re-grab the ladder for some reason. And greatjhon is done. I think that's 6 of 8 for greatjhon right now. Because I think he's got Snake and Spark left. So Snake is one of those robot masters that you can kind of stick anywhere from 6 to 8. Okay, so one good thing is neither runner got a bad Gemini laser. So one thing about Gemini laser is it has a very laggy hitbox because it is 3 sprites built into 1, so it lags tremendous. So coming up on greatjhon's screen is he is gonna be passing these Komodos by just going over them and jumping off the top of the screen. So you will see the snake shooting downwards because it thinks he's on the bottom of the screen. And he's just gonna keep sliding through these rooms and just going through. greatjhon is keeping his lead. He's not leaving any room for Polytubs, RoboRidley, but who says he does not make a mistake later in the game that gives RoboRidley a chance to catch up. So he's just sliding through these little broom guys, just sliding through. So when they haven't like fully extended their broom per se, like you could just slide through their hitbox. So this is a little unconventional. I saw greatjhon doing this yesterday. Usually runners will pull Rush out a little bit later on the final screen, but he pulls it out immediately, just goes straight for it. And he is in the boss corridor. What would you call them, Mel? Oh, that is not the greatest spot he wants to be in. It's like, so with MM3 is you want to be centered as much as possible when you're killing these bosses. Pole vaulting Olympians. I guess that's one thing you could call. It's not over yet. So definitely both runners are going the same way, with Spark as their last robo. Hey. greatjhon is just whizzing right through. So one thing, because he has magnet missile, he can take out that hammer Joe and just go straight for it. So he's just going to jump on these elevators, is the best way to say it. Just keep making his way through. And greatjhon just decides to tank a hit off the Met Dozer, and he's just gonna kill these little walkers and just go straight through. and he's gonna take out this one trash compactor, which reduces a bit of. So on this final screen is you want to walk off the elevators, slide on the platform, because if you slide on the elevator, you may place yourself into death. So greatjhon is into the fight at 1803, and let's see when he gets out of here. And let's see when he beams out, because this is probably about 30-second difference. That's a 1826 8 robots for greatjhon. Let's see what we're gonna see from RoboRidley. So now we got the Doc robot, which are just a reimagining of the Mega Man 2 robot, and you could do them in any which order you feel, whichever one gives you the most. So he's going straight into Doc Spark. That's probably one of the most difficult for him. And RoboRidley is out at 1905, so about a 30-second difference, 30 to 40 seconds. So this stage is going to have Dot Robot's Metal Man and Doc Quick. So greatjhon is using the Gemini laser to take out these little springy guys, because it takes them out in 2 hits. So it looks like Ridley is going for Gemini, Doc Gemini. I don't think greatjhon is going to go for the music despawn here, because I don't know if he's watching, but he's got a lead, and I think he wants to keep it. And so what he's doing right here with these little sparky guys is he's waiting for them to scroll off screen so they can basically despawn themselves, because having less enemies on screen creates a lot less lag. So we got greatjhon going into the Quickman fight, which is, in my personal opinion, one of the harder fights, because he does a lot of body contact in. So you want to avoid taking any body contact. I would eat. Oh god, I was getting scared right there. Because if he took any more body contact, he would have died too quick. So I'm actually gonna swap the audio back over to Ridley's. Oh no, it looks like Ridley died trying to do the strat. So basically, you're trying to backwards deboot. Oh, he took another death. At this point, I feel like Ridley's gotta be a little bit on tilt. Okay, he's made it through that section. So, one thing that I have not mentioned is there's a big difference between the US and the Japanese. The Japanese version, when you are pausing when you pause and take damage, your iframes still count down as the menu is up. So, and another thing is, I can tell that greatjhon is running on the US because Because, not Quickman, but Flashman fires a barrage of shots on the US, where in the Japanese he only fires a single shot. So it looks like he's got a slight disadvantage because he's running on English, but as long as he keeps going, I think he'll be just fine. Yo, and RoboRidley gets the music despawn. So, because he despawned the music right there, it is a lot less lags. Because when you don't despawn that music, it's very laggy in this part of the room. So one thing is he wants to make sure he gets as far as possible on that slide during the platform so he can make it as far as possible. So he does not short himself, and he's definitely making good work. It's really hard to tell who's ahead and who's behind because they both decide to go different dock routes, but I still think that greatjhon has quite a bit of lead on RoboRidley right now because of those deaths. Because those deaths are definitely quite a bit of time. But assuming neither runner makes any mistakes, he's probably hoping that oh, that is not good. Yeah, because he didn't use any magnet missiles, so he's good. Yeah, so he tried to short hop, and I think he got caught by the parachute. So I think RoboRidley might be on his last life, so he might want to be careful. So let's see what kind of patterns we get from Heatman. Oh, he got a double right there. Yeah, so it looks like I think this is greatjhon's third dock robot, whereas Ridley is just entering his third, so looks like greatjhon has about a stage lead right now. So I think greatjhon all has needle left, I believe. Cause I think it's needle, yes. So right now, RoboRidley is heading into the fight with Airman. So unlike Mega Man 2, the worst pattern in Mega Man 2 is actually one of the better patterns in Mega Man 3, because you can slide straight under them and fire. So here we're coming up on the Dragonfly section, where you're gonna see RoboRidley jumping off the top of the screen. Because he's jumping off the top of the screen, the Dragonfly is thinking he's on the bottom of the screen, so they're going to move to wherever they think he is. So it's gonna basically auto track where he is at. Yeah, like just when I asked for these guys PB earlier, I knew this was gonna be a race because it's quite so. RoboRidley fires 3 shots into that big Met and then jumps and fires 1 snake, so takes 4 hits. But that hitbox, you want to be careful, because if you're not careful, you can take too much damage real quick. And now RoboRidley is into the fight against Crashman. So 4 hard knuckles and he is out. And RoboRidley is onto his last one. So Big John's gotta be careful because he's playing with very low life. He definitely does not want to die here, because if he dies, he's sent back to where to the room right after Airman. That's a good chunk back, but he got the health and he's going strong. Hang into the fight against Clashman. 4 shots and he is out. Doc Robot's done at 29-18. I don't know if Ridley is gonna go for the music despawn. I don't know if he knows he's behind, but at this point he'd probably just play it safe. And like that Breakman is down. And shoutouts to IBN Computing. So greatjhon's the first one to head into the Wily. I am gonna swap audio back to greatjhon. Yeah, greatjhon's got a tremendous lead right now. So if I were him, I would just be trying to play it safe and just finish it out. Oh god, it looks like Robo was having a little bit of a jumpy Quickman, but he is out of there. Time for him to face Break and join greatjhon in the Wily stage. So now he is coming into the turtle maker. So I believe he wants to get right turtles, because I believe that's the fastest. So he got a left turtle there, a right, a left, and a right. I want to say that's probably average. Yeah, difference of a minute 30. Yeah, I think greatjhon would have to basically game over at refights in order for RoboRidley to come back. But I think RoboRidley's playing risky and trying to make up whatever lost time he has, because he probably knows he's behind. And here we are on our way to the Easy Devil on greatjhon's side. So we're waiting for Yellow Devil Mark II to basically for all of its cubes to form, because he has no active hitbox until the last one actually forms. Unless you... Oh, so close. One shot away. So here's the thing, if RoboRidley gets the Easy Devil, he's gonna make some time up, but not enough for him to catch up. I think it's about 18 seconds if you have to do a 2-cycle. So we are into Wily 3 on greatjhon's side. And greatjhon's just chugging along. So definitely good game so far on both runner sides. So we're coming up onto Easy Devil on RoboRidley's side. Let's see, does he get it first try? And on greatjhon's side, we are coming up to the clone. So he's gonna summon rush, fire a shot, swap to top, and oh, it did not kill him in the first hit. Oh no, Ridley did not get the quick. But basically, when you swap a weapon with using rush, it takes the property of the weapon that you just swapped to. Yeah, so right here, greatjhon's just taking damage boost off these enemies to just go through, because I think unless you're not the greatest masher, it's probably just better just to take D boost on them. And he's coming up on Snake Man. Oh no, he kind of wanted that health, and Snake Man went over to the other side. So here we have the refights. Hopefully we don't run out of any ammo. We did not run out of top spin, which is good. So we're gonna smack Top Man 4 times with hard knuckle, and he is down. Now we're heading over to Hardman. So Hardman is a fight you can actually soft lock. If you kill him with his weakness and stand too close, you can definitely soft lock. Gemini is also another fight that you can actually soft. So if you kill Gemini too quickly before he transitions into phase 2, both clones will die. So one thing neat about Mega Man 3 is all bosses have a weakness to their own weapon. So as you saw on greatjhon's screen, that he used Gemini Laser against Gemini, because it sets it up perfectly, because you'll swap over, because you're gonna need to swap over during the magnet fight. And greatjhon is out of here about 3720. It's gonna be, yeah, 3720. Hopefully greatjhon does not have any issues with this Wily Walker. Oh, just one hit away. And one more fight for greatjhon. He is gonna be done with match 1. Okay, he is gonna go in and fight Matt Gamma. Gonna fire a couple of shadow blades and then kill the first phase. He's going to swap and get a rush coil, fire 2 shots, swap to top, and he is done. That is game 1 for greatjhon. So let's swap back over to Ridley's audio. Oh, jeez. I don't know what was happening on Ridley's side, but he is just missing. Maybe just bad input. So he's gonna finish off Sparky, and then he is on his way to fight the Wiley Walker. So 30, 39, 38. Heading out of there, so heading into the walk. He's gonna get up in here, fire off snakes against the middle section. Basically fire. Oh, he's going for the right lag snakes. Because you can fire the snakes to the right or the left. Most people fire it to the left because it'll give you as much time as possible to fire off as much snakes. One more fight and RoboRidley will be done with his game 1. Hey, I am gonna get match room 2 set up while he's taking care of that. And Ridley is finished with a time of 41:06. I'm gonna ask these runners, do they need a quick moment? So it looks like Ridley, I believe, probably just getting a drink, and we will get game 2 on its way shortly. Okay, I'm just gonna ask if okay, both of our runners are ready for match 2. Okay. The race shall begin shortly. So, how many people out there want to see a game 3? Because if Ridley plays much better than game 1, we could have a game 3 on our hand. Doesn't everybody? Not the commentators. Okay, we should be off shortly. And we are off to Magnet. So those that are just joining us, this is the MM3 or Rockman 3 Any Tournament. And basically you can use Megman 3, Rockman 3. We're even allowing Legacy Collection, but you can't use any of the Legacy Collection specialties like Turbo. So it has to be used as the game was normal. So Ridley just killed, got rid of Pro Man first, so he's got about half of a screen to lead. So right now he's got a slight lead, but like we saw in game 1, it's too early to say. But now both of these runners gotta do their Yokus. Hopefully nobody drops to any of these Yokus. It looks like greatjhon may just be slightly ahead. So we are heading on over to RoboRidley, and he's gonna fight against Magnet. So you want Magnet to stay on the floor as much as possible and deboosting when he puts up his Magnet barrier, so you can get as many hits off. And it looks like they're just trying to sync up the streams right there. It looks like greatjhon is about a couple seconds ahead. So now we're heading into Hardman. So once we beam down, we're going to swap over to Magnet Missile, slide 3 times, and then fire off 2 shots, or generally fire 2 shots. Some people will fire 1 and then the 2. And then we use Rush Gold to take out the 3rd beast, and there was no problem on... Oh no, we got the beast on Ridley's side. We got some bees. So greatjhon is deciding to not take out the monkeys, even though it creates a little extra lag, but it's just better for him to just go straight through, because it's probably faster than him trying to mash them down. And greatjhon is taking out these meadows. So one thing is we got these short height walls, so you gotta mash as best as possible, trying to get 3 high shots, because sometimes you can get one where it'll tink. So greatjhon is making his way into the 2nd proto fight, and he is just taking him out, getting those 28 shots, and he is out. And now Ridley is fighting him. 28 shots, and I think Ridley's probably gonna grab that health, because he's a little low for comfort. And greatjhon is out. So one thing is you're gonna fire 4 shots, and then when he jumps over, fire 1 and take a body contact from Hardman. So that way you don't get frozen in place. So now we're heading into Top Man. So we're gonna try to kill as many enemies on this first screen to get rid of as much lag as possible. greatjhon's just gonna bonk into that top enemy, because if you don't have good enough mashing, it's just probably better just to deboost through him. And I think, yeah, Ridley's gonna go for the same strat. And looks like on greatjhon's side, we got the first cat. He's just gonna mash him down with as many magnets as possible. And then we are coming up to the second cat. So we're gonna get them out, and he is on his way to the last screen. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that greatjhon or nobody's going for these crazy single block slot. So taking out that top enemy and just riding these tops. Yeah, he's avoiding jumping for that last one. I don't know, is Ridley gonna go for it again and hopefully he gets that jump? Or is he just gonna say screw it after everything? He went for it and he got it. That's saving him a couple seconds. And greatjhon is out of here at roughly 6:45. So I think it's gonna be like 6:58. So about 10-ish seconds behind. So definitely we've got a race. So greatjhon heading into the Shadow Man stage, the last stage that we're gonna see Proto for a while. So say hi, Proto. So 28 shots and Proto's gonna be out of here. Hi, Proto. Bye, Proto. I think Riley's just got a little better mashing, so I think he's gonna catch up a little time just on the mashing side on those fights, but we'll definitely see. I don't know if Riley's gonna play this game more risky than his last game or try to play a little bit more safe. But greatjhon is onto the parachute set. So one thing you want to avoid seeing is any drops, because it halts your movement speed. Because sometimes if you get a drop right at the very end, you're instinctively gonna press jump, but now because you got drop, your input has gotten eaten by that drop. So we are on to Shadow. So one thing we want to avoid with Shadow is holding the B-bomb, because it can drain your weapon ammo. So you saw on Ridley's side how his weapon ammo dropped significantly, unlike on greatjhon's side. So now we're hanging into Gemini stage that has one of the longest first screens. So we're gonna kill all these penguins and these flame droppers. I don't know their name. But say goodbye to the penguins. Poor penguins. Like, you're just gonna shoot them all down with buster shots, just avoiding getting any of them to fire shots. And we're gonna slide into this screen. Oh no! And I think greatjhon just gave Ridley his time back. So you're gonna see there's gonna be a lot more lag on greatjhon's side, because he does not have the music despawn. And one thing is, when you have the music despawn, these big penguin makers are just a garbled mess. Whereas if you have them, if you look on Ridley's side, they're garbled, on greatjhon's they weren't. So I think greatjhon is gonna make the call to Rush Marine. Oh, he's not. He's going for it. Yeah, so oh no! So Ridley 2 games in a row having to make the call. Yeah. That's definitely a little insane. I honestly thought that he would have gained some time back. So greatjhon, even with a misskip, definitely a phenomenal stay. He even went for the normal strat with the music. So Gemini is basically 2 clones where you're gonna fire shots alternating on these, so you want to kill them and get them into basically phase 2 and then just fire away on them. So now we're hanging into Needle, which is quote unquote the 4th route. 24 seconds. That's still not too bad. One big mistake from from Big John could put Ridley back in the running. I'm curious why Ridley decided to use magnet missiles on that first screen, because normally people go for Gemini unless it was a missed menu. So heading into the Hammer Joe room, just sliding, firing 2 magnet missiles. Unfortunately taking a hit to the hammer. And heading into the final room, gonna swap over to Gemini. Hopefully no new dual lasers. And like that, on Great John's side, Riddle is down. So it's definitely a race now. So heading into Snake Man on John's side. This is definitely something. Because, okay, so we've got these snakeheads. We're gonna kill these while riding Rush Jet. We got this big Komodo head, and we are gonna jump off the top of the screen to avoid any extra. And usually, if it fires an extra shot, it's gonna fire downwards because it thinks we're on the ball. Great, John, get up there! And now we're going to go through these, as I was corrected by Mello, these gymnasts just with their vaults. So generally with those guys is, as long as they haven't extended it, you will be able to slide straight through them. And here we have Great John coming on to the second to last screen, climbing the ladder, calling Rush Jet, and one more ladder, and the last screen. Here we go. So one thing with Rush Jet, it doesn't drain ammo unless you're standing on. So that's why you'll see our runners jump up and down off Rush to avoid it draining. And it creates a lot less lag by you standing there. Even with the death from Ridley's side, he's still keeping pace. He's like 2-3 screens behind, but still keeping pace. I think he could definitely catch some space up. So Great John out of here at 16-14. And now we're going to see what 16-14 and Riley, Great John in his last robot state. And 16-51. So about a 30-second lead on Great Johnson. It's still definitely, it could end up in anyone's favor, because we still got the Doc robots, and both of them are in their final robot stage. And Great John just tanking a hit from the Met Dozer, killing these walker enemies, and just going straight. So greatjhon's gonna kill that middle block to reduce a lot less life. And here we're on our final section, swapping over to Shadow Blade. We want to jump off these, walk and jump off these elevators and slide on the platform. Because if you slide on the elevators, there's a chance you could not slide far enough and you'll die. And here we're heading to Sparky, and one thing is we want to make sure that we are as close as possible to the center when we kill him. And that is 8 robots at 1823 for greatjhon. And like that, greatjhon is back into Sparkman because this is probably one of his more difficult. So the Dock Robot stages, you can do them in any order. So let's just say a runner has a lot of difficult time doing Spark, so they'll do Spark stage first because that's probably a run-in. Some may do Gemini because that might be their run-in, you know? So there's no right or wrong way to do which one. Usually most runners will do the hardest to the easiest. And I don't think like game 1, Big John is going to do the music despawn here because I think that is subpixel dependent. Because you could A, either get that, B, miss it, or die. Yeah, and he decides to say, nope, I am not touching them. So with these little like electricity dudes, he's gonna let them basically scroll off screen to avoid it creating any extra lag. He's going to damage boost off these later ones so he can just slide straight through. And he is heading into Quickman. And Quickman is definitely one of the fights that is definitely hard for a lot of newer runners, but because when you get take body damage, I think he does about 10 damage, so you want to avoid taking any body whereas it's better to take any damage via the boomerangs he sends out. Hopefully no deaths on RoboRidley's side this time. Okay. Okay. We made it. First try. Yeah, and we are definitely making improvement from last run. Because I think he had a couple of deaths there. So one thing is, you see those spikes at the top of the screen on Bumble's fight? You want to avoid jumping into the screen because you could kill yourself. I actually learned that the hard way one time. Because I was just goofing around and you will just jump straight to the top. So here on greatjhon's side, we have him fighting up against Flashman. So one difference between the US and Japanese, for the US, Flashman's gonna fire off a barrage of bullets. Versus in the Japanese, he's just gonna fire one single shot. And yeah, is greatjhon gonna go for? Yes, he's going for that strat. Jump. Okay. Okay. Both runners are through the most terrible screen. And here on RoboRidley side, we have him coming up against Woodman. So we're gonna fire one shot while he's jumping and then just fire as many shots into his body. And then he is out. So he's gonna swap to Gemini because you want as much magnet ammo for the next one, because if you use magnet that last screen, I think you're gonna be one drop. You need one drop because you'll be about 2 short, I believe. And then here he's gonna kill this springy guy, swap to top, and we are ready for the Heatman fight. So one thing on greatjhon side, oh no! So what you saw greatjhon trying to do is trying to despawn the music. So you're supposed to tap left, I don't know what happened on greatjhon side of it. Oh no! I think greatjhon probably just gave his lead back. I think greatjhon's just saying screw it. Because I don't think he wants to keep wasting time trying to get that. Because you're supposed to tap left and 2 neutral slide. On the second neutral slide, you're supposed to hold left while you're transitioning, and then you'll get the death animation as you transition. The game doesn't know what to do with you because you're dead, but you're also transitioning. So I think it's gonna be hard to say who's ahead right now until both runners are out of dock stages. I think I want to say Ridley is just probably a slight bit ahead. About 2 seconds. So here we have like the dragonfly section on Ridley's side. So Ridley's gonna jump off the top of the screen, and these dragonflies are gonna basically track to where they think he is. So because of most old NES games, the top and the bottom of the screen are basically connected. So when he's jumping off the top of the screen, they think he's at the bottom of the screen. And Ridley's gonna fire 3 snakes to this big met, and then just fire 1 single met as soon as those 3 hit. And 1 more Big Daddy met, and we are onto the final screen. And Ridley got that health because I think he felt he needed it. He probably would have been good. So I think this is number 3 for both runners. Or greatjhon could be in number 4. I have a feeling this is number 3 for greatjhon. So here we're coming into the airman fight. Bad starting pattern. Ooh, really good second pattern. So on RoboRidley's side, we're basically killing everything off with Gemini Laser. Gemini Laser kills these little springy guys in 2 hits. Then we're gonna swap to Magnet and take out this Metal Man. I don't think Ridley's gonna go for the music despawn. No. I think Ridley either knows or probably is like, I don't want to chance it. Both runners are playing very soft, and the difference in their PBs is about a minute. So, oh no! I don't know what happened there. Did he just not get a jump? Yeah, I'm not saying that Game 3's out, but it's definitely very slim pickings now. Like, I don't know how close these runners know they were, or if either of them are watching, but it's definitely a race. It ain't over till it's over. So one thing that Riley has, which is very small, is he's running on Japanese versus English, which has a little bit less text. But it's only two screens of text, you know? So it doesn't make a huge difference. But greatjhon is basically about 4 screens in as Riley's getting in. The biggest thing is if he gets the Easy Devil and Big John misses, that could give him a chance. I'm not saying it's a huge chance, but just enough. So here on greatjhon's side, we are coming up to the Kamigoro Baker. So I believe we want to see right side turtles, because they are the faster side. Unlike the left side, I believe the left side's. So he just killed the Kamigoro machine at 31 or 32 flat. And here on greatjhon's side, we are coming into the Easy Delta. Okay. Come on. $35, $36, $37, $38, 40 seconds. That's a lot of ground that Ridley's gonna have to make up. He just wants to hope that greatjhon makes some mistakes in these last few stages. Either a death on Yellow Devil or like a big mistake in the next day. Easy. You just set yourself up perfectly. Jump and just keep firing away. Yeah. Because he did not have an extra cycle on that easy devil, his chances are slowly creeping away from him for game 3. And because he missed it now, it's definitely not gonna happen for game 3. And he missed it by 2 shots. Hopefully, greatjhon can get this shot right here. So basically, with Rush, you're gonna basically swap to Rush, fire 2 shots, and after you fire those 2 shots, you swap to Top, and it'll take the properties of Top Man's weapon. Yeah, like a game over for greatjhon in the refights would give RoboRidley a chance, especially in the late part of it. But I highly doubt that what's gonna happen. We already saved the animals. Firing a shot, switching to Top on Ridley's side, and boom! Clothes are down. So, we are into Top Man's fight, so firing 4 shots and he is down. So, we're already halfway through the refights and Ridley hasn't even entered them, so the chance that Ridley is gonna catch up is not gonna happen because we're already at Gem. So now at Gemini, we're gonna fight Gemini with Gemini. So every robot master in this game has a weakness to their own weapon. Because we fought Gemini with his own weapon, we are set up perfectly for Needle. And now we're gonna swap over to Shadow Blade. Shadow Blade and take out Magnet Man, followed by Spark Man. Even a death at Gamma wouldn't cost much. Like, a death in refights would definitely set you back. Like, even a death at the Walker wouldn't set you back too much. Okay, so we're coming up on the Wily Walker. Take out the center portion with snakes, wait till it fills up, and then fire a lag snake to the left and just mash away. And did you know Dr. Wily was a robot this entire time? And it looks like it's almost about to be game 2, and it looks like greatjhon's probably is moving on to his next match. So this was definitely not the outcome I was expecting. Oh, apparently one of his shots tinked off the glass, and GG to greatjhon. And now we have Ridley facing off. Oh no, Ridley fired too many, so you can only have 3 snakes on the screen at the same time. Okay, I am just gonna see if our runners want to do a quick interview. And like that, Ridley is done. But unfortunately, this is the last we will be seeing of him. Because unfortunately, he was in the lower half of the bracket. Okay, let me get one of our runners in here. Okay. Do, do, do. It looks like only one of our runners who will be joining us. Congratulations, greatjhon, for making it past.
Thank you, man. That was a rough second run. Those dock stages, every time.
So I have a question for you.
Sure.
Were you at all watching the races, listening, or anything in the background?
I only had the video up, just like kind of checking in on every once in a while. But no, I don't listen to it because I got too many like audio things going on. I can't do both.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I did happen to see, like, I think I caught a Def live, and I was like, okay, this might be, not as tight as I thought it was going to be. But yeah, that Doc Shadow, like, I don't know if I'm gonna blame it on the controller. That's the typical situation. Just say the controller was malfunctioning. But yeah, I could not get the setup for the Smike Benip, and I just couldn't let it go.
You just said, forget it. I'm just going.
Yeah, it's like, well, it took a game over to like make me come to my senses. Like, all right, maybe I'm wasting too much time here.
Yeah, you were basically handing time back to Ridley at that point.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot worse places to game over. So like, I think I lost about 45 seconds there, but I was on a sick pace leading up to it. So yeah, it was, yeah, but yeah.
So I think
Great
you
race.
guys were roughly, I want to say about 20 to 30 seconds difference in the dock stages, and you're just handing him time back.
It's like, here you go. Here's a gift. You want a game 3? Let's get it.
Yeah, I think Ridley just made a big mistake. No, he had a death in the last screen of Doc Spark.
Yeah, I think that was the one I happened to see. I was like, oh man, yeah, I don't think I have the lead I used to. And then I saw a fall in a pit, like as I was kind of glancing over, and I'm like, all right, whew. Like I might be able to make this still.
So what was your thoughts on that first game?
The first game I wasn't really watching too much. I was just like trying to set a good pace for myself. And like I was a little disappointed with some of the sloppiness, but it was like it turned out to be a great run. Deathless is what you can ask for in a race for sure. So yeah, I was happy with that. Bummed I missed Easy Devil, but like other than that, I would say that was a great race.
Yeah, because I think you missed Easy Devil. I think Ridley also missed it, but he had he had 3-cycle Devil.
Oh, those are the worst. Every time I get in a 3-cycle, I start to panic, and I need an E-tank, and yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, so I also did notice that you missed the clones quick kill. So what happened there?
So I don't know. I'm like struggling with that fight. I think you might have been watching my stream the other night where I also like totally biffed it. I think I even died in that fight, and I was just like, I'm like, I don't know if I'm missing my start input or something, or it's not happening quick enough. But yeah, it's like, I think that might be a difference between US and Rockman too, is that you might only need to get 1 shot off for that damage transfer, but 2 and start has been tight for me lately for some reason.
So is there anything that you recall in either of your races that like was either good or really bad besides the Shadow Man?
Yeah, I mean the Shadow Man is like the biggest embarrassment of like that run. I'm kind of used to like because my PB has a missed Easy Devil, so it's like if I don't get it, I'm like I might get a second or 2 back if I do it fast. But that was actually a gold split for Devil. This last time because I just happened to get that quick kill and a good stage too. But no, yeah, like there wasn't like my mistakes were very visible, obviously. So, but yeah, I didn't watch enough of Ridley's runs to really catch like what was happening. I just kind of got a sense of what stage they were on, and then I lost it all once we got to dock stages because we had a different order.
So I have a question for you. Were you in the tournament a couple of years back, the 2017-2018 one?
Yeah, it might have even been as far back as 2016, but yeah, that was around when I first started running the game. But yeah, I had a pretty good time then. It wasn't quite this low, but I remember that tournament like pretty fondly because that was my first speedrunning tournament. But I was in a pool with Prissy, so I had no chance. But like I did beat 2 of the other people in my pool, so I was like, you know what? I held my seed. I feel great.
You're like, I feel good.
Yeah, so it's like I was like, that's a good showing for me. And it's like when I played Prissy, it was just like, okay, well, I'm not gonna win. So
So it's great that you won, but are you ready for your next opponent?
Oh man, I forgot who tell me
your next opponent is gonna be Patata.
Oh yeah, well I'll give it my best shot. As I said with my my Fatso race, it's like I can only hope that you have like the worst game you've ever had, and I can have maybe the best one and get a PB or something, and maybe those will balance out. But no, it's gonna be great to play Patata. He's awesome.
So, do you have any shout outs that you'd like to shout out, or anybody, the community?
I mean, yeah, the community is awesome. I love these. Like I've been playing almost like mostly tournaments lately instead of just like trying to grind for PBs because I just really love these events. So yeah, shout out to putting on these tournaments and SpeedGaming and you for commentating. That's probably plenty of shout outs.
So I'm gonna give a shout out to the community, Mel for organizing, SpeedGaming for restreaming and doing all the technical jargon behind the scenes, and just the community in general. If you have thought about running a game, just just join the community, and somebody will help you. If you want to learn what Mega Man 1, Mega Man 2, Mega Man 7, or Mega Man 8, there's somebody that can help you out.
Yeah, and when these events come around, like, we love newcomers, and like I've played in tournaments where I've not speedrun the game at all, like Mega Man 5 and 6 and 10 as well. Like I didn't even have a time when I started, so it's like, yeah, they're people are very welcoming and they'll help you out. You just have to ask.
Any final words?
No, I'm a little bummed that Robo couldn't join and chat with us, but yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm still grinding for that 37. I want a 37.59 or lower. Let's go.
Let's see it happen.
Yeah.
But thank you all for watching. I think we are done for the night as far as Mega Man 3 go. I think, let me check the schedule real quick. We have on the schedule as of now, we have on Thursday we got Speedy versus Fasta. Then that's at 2 p.m. Then at 8 p.m. that day we got Not Riley versus Cyan. And then Sunday we got Colonel Fatso versus Green Mario. So we got some stacked races right now. But definitely catch those races if you can. But thank you everybody, and we are calling it here.
Good night.
Good night.